Hey, how's everyone going? Hey, Curve, you were asking just a second before I was switching over. So let's get these wires untangled. Okay. All right, so that is good to go. Curvy, are you hearing me in voice chat? Okay. No worries. Uh, One of the something with the free currency, the purple. Yeah. I got those gloves. All the rest of it was stuff that I already had. Of course. Actually, that's weird. I don't remember seeing mine do an update. Yeah, no, I'm actually surprised now that I think about it. I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to end up getting like a hey, you're not allowed to play because you need to download an update. Even though I'm already in, so that would seem unlikely, but you never know. And I did not give it long enough that it would have updated. Like, I powered on the PlayStation, I'd say 2 minutes before I had it streaming. Something like that. It was not long. So, I doubt it updated on its own in that time. Epic wants your DOB. Nice. It doesn't know that. It doesn't know that. Somewhere, some way, they do not know how old you are. Oop. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's send you an invite. Okay, sent. Okay, just checking. Yep, we're in solos. You still want to go solos, yeah? Alright, in we go. Oh, weird. No, I'm wired. Why am I clipping? Hold on, let me turn down my gain. Yeah, I know, but for some reason my gain was super high. It's still a little high. Makes me kind of wonder how the recording with Corbin went today then. Uh-oh. Of course it's this one. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing wired because honestly, I think the battery on this controller probably could not last very long. I've been using this one same controller for okay. Let's see. Looks like 2 banana. Oh wait, was that the 3rd banana? And then, yeah, I didn't see the rest. Yeah, everyone's going for 3 bananas, so. Oh, you already got knocked out? Or knocked yourself out? Okay, 1 pear, 1 purple, 3 banana. You just have to count how many of each fruit there is. Then the billboard shows you a number. And whatever number that matches, that's what you jump to. Or stand on, rather. I'm reluctant to say jump to. Okay, so 4 of the dates. Looks like 3 of the green whatevers. What else is there? Oh, wait, there's a dragon fruit. 1 of those. Okay. Oh, 0. Hey, that was a close one. Oh, boy. Tiring. Wow, that was a lot of people out in the first round. So many people out in the first round. Yeah, okay, this is going to be very short-lived. For me, at least. No, this is a hold to the end. Yeah. So you can have it the entire freaking match, and believe me, I have up until the last, like, 5 seconds. And then... And... Oh. Yeah, I'm a little late to that one. No. Easy fix. Oh, no, that was a tail coming that way. We're just gonna work it the other route. No, I didn't. Now I could. Oh, let's reverse course. Might make this one. Hey, I still hate this one, but at least that one worked out. The trick really is... No, it won't. Oh, wait. No. I think they're going to do one more that knocks out just like 2 or 3 people. Oh, final round. Wow, that is the fastest I have ever seen a final round. By far the fastest. Jeez, I am still clipping. I haven't gotten a notification of a hotfix. If there is, for whatever reason, it didn't pop up when I loaded OBS. Yeah, which I'm very determined to load up the beta. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm very eager for 28. I just, which actually 28 is not even in beta anymore. But I don't think I got that guy out. What the hell? What do you expect me to do? Oh. Oh, come on! Landing right on one and not being able to get up in time, that's some BS. Okay, well, no point in sticking around to watch the rest of that. Yeah, anyway, what was what was I saying? My brain just completely lost whatever it was that I was talking about just a moment ago. Oh yeah. Because 28 adds true Apple Silicon support, so I'm eager to find out how well it performs on the new MacBook Pro. If it doesn't get it like super hot like 27 and everything before it did, then I'll probably switch over. Okay, why are you even asking about a YouTube video? I'm gonna just run it. I don't need somebody to tell me it works well. I'm just going to put it on and run it and see how well it performs. Nah. I don't trust other people to tell me how things are half the time. Especially, you know, this... well, first off, I really don't trust benchmarks. And it's not like I think that they're shady. It's that I just know that benchmarks don't necessarily tell you enough of the story. Because, I mean, look, I can't even count how many times I've seen various benchmarks make a claim about how good something is or how bad something is, and it turns out they really just leave out so many details because either they don't know, the people developing them don't know to start testing for a thing. Oh wow, I thought you had more time. The grabbing in this game is so irritating. Because 9 times out of 10, all people are doing is screwing themselves as they screw somebody else. Maybe. I don't know. It feels the same to me. It always feels really bad going up that ramp, but you know, that's the point. But yeah, so like I trust benchmarks to tell me what a benchmark tested. Like I don't think the benchmark is lying, except to be fair on phones where they notoriously looked at the process and figured, hey, here's something we're just gonna lie about. Which isn't really lying, just not underclocking. Okay, good. There's a trap there, I think. I hope. Okay, they're getting inventive with this level. I would expect so. Yeah, a few people get eliminated on this level pretty easily just because I honestly don't really know why now that I think about it. There are some people that just seem to not do well on this level. Any variant of this level. This particular one is interesting to me because I've never seen them with like a maze and a ramp upward that you're supposed to start a platform. Wow. I bet. Oh man. Yeah, that's gonna be final round. Wow. Well, don't get me wrong. I do like reviews on certain things. Like, you asked about OBS. Like, I don't need a review of OBS. But, like, reviews on a product that I might buy. I'll want to watch that. Not because I trust somebody to tell me the good things. Huh? I'm not sure I get it. To be fair, I have not watched a ton of those. God. Not that close to the end, really. Well, it's pretty early to get eliminated. Oh, damn you. I was gonna cut you off. Ugh. I don't think this is gonna work out for me up here. It could. Okay, I'm gonna have to plan my descent. Yeah. No, it is not. I see blue below me. Yes, I clearly see blue below me. Yeah, it's not very many, but... Oh, two just dropped. Holy... Yeah, I didn't have much of a choice at that stage. Yeah, it's down to just me and the four that are right here. Ah! I'm so screwed. I at least tried to hit that ball on the way down. I would say I played that really well and just... There was no way I was getting out of that. There was nothing left down there. Okay, I should have quit out faster, but oh well. Okay, so with reviews, what I generally want out of a review is to tell me what's wrong. Don't tell me what's right, because 9 times out of 10, I don't trust somebody to judge what's right, if you know what I mean. So, you know, if somebody... Now, benchmarks, I think, are a very separate thing. Benchmarks are literally a measurement. That's not a review. Though for what it's worth, I also don't really trust benchmarks to be that useful, but I'll get to that. I want a review to tell me, like, while I was... Uh-oh. I just gotta... is my controller... I got a message saying the controller disconnected. Hold on. I'm trying. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think the battery is completely dead on this controller. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, if somebody's reviewing something and they stumble across a problem, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're absolutely right and this is a problem and I can judge whether or not this is a problem that affects me and that I care about. Or two, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, which, let's be honest, happens. It's not just the big sites. Oh, controller just disconnected again. Damn it. I'm dead. Like, I can't move. Okay, why is this happening? Yeah, I didn't expect to when it died on me right out of the gate. Okay, I'll keep spectating you anyway, but I still don't have the controller back. It's not device settings. There's no device settings to go into if I don't have a controller. I'm playing... it's wired. There is a wire connecting the controller to the PlayStation right now. The question is, in part, why is it disconnecting? Because this is a really decent wire. It's not tight in any of the places. Okay, looks like it's back on. Okay, well, I'll keep spectating. Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, it's really not just the little sites that have a problem with their accuracy. Or sorry, it's not the big sites that have a problem with that. I know, everyone loves to bag on The Verge, and rightly so. And CNET and a couple of others. But, yeah, it's really not just... And my controller disconnected again. Okay. Let's... Why is it disconnecting? Okay, anyway, yeah, it's definitely not just those sites that have a problem with their stuff. Because, I've seen articles come from sites that at least I've never heard of before. They just, like, show up on feed that have some comical misunderstandings of stuff. And for what it's worth, I mean... just taking from the industry, yeah, 20, no, you're not. I see more people about to cross than that. It's taking slightly longer than I thought for them to finish, but... retiring that controller. Coincidentally, I've had this other one for ages. Let's see if it... well, when I say this other one, I've had... When I received this PlayStation, there were 2 controllers included. And I never actually opened the second one. Oh, yeah. Well, the controller died on me as I was... before I could exit. First off, I don't think that it would be that hard. Because there are still plenty of people with PlayStation 4s. It's not like Sony has decided to never again sell stuff just because they've got a new console. Also, I could be wrong, but I thought I remember hearing that the PlayStation 5 controllers still work with the PlayStation 4. I don't know if that's true. No? Okay. Yeah, that's weak. I'll never understand Sony's logic on doing stuff like that. Okay. Nevertheless, yeah, Sony would probably do a lot better with accessory sales if they're pushing a little more compatibility. But whatever. Anyway, so about reviews. Yeah, if some site or if somebody says something is broken or busted, that's what I want to hear. 9 times out of 10. I assume products come out and work the way they're supposed to, but if there's something wrong with them, I'd want to know that part. And then benchmarks, as far as I'm concerned, benchmarks do one thing and one thing only. They measure the exact thing that they were programmed to measure, nothing more. And 9 times out of 10, they don't do that right. You know, honestly, I don't think I really read any. Because here's the thing about the Pixel 6 Pro. Well, a lot of people nitpick because... And I know this will sound kind of maybe cherry-picking logic here, but a lot of people are nitpicking because they wanted to hate on it. Because it is popular to hate on Google products or phones. So I think a lot of people I wouldn't have trusted a lot of people's opinions anyway. I heard a few things people said, which were fine, but there was a good number of them that they sounded like nitpicks for the sake of nitpicking. I have been hit by those stupid balls so many times in this map. So yeah. The tendency for people to nitpick just for the sake of nitpicking because of, you know, a product or company that they have whatever feelings about. Okay, I qualified. That was pretty quick, actually. Oh, did you not grab? Anyway, yeah, the nitpicking about the Pixel 6 Pro, some people it was anti-Google stuff or just, like, it's your job to nitpick. And if it's nitpicking, I mostly don't care. Like, I do it in reviews too, where I know, like, here's the thing, I noticed it. I don't think it's a problem, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Because to some people, the things that I say are not problems to me might be problems to them. And when it comes down to it, like, yes, there were benchmarks about the Pixel 6 Pro, or Pixel 6 in general. But to be fair, this is on a processor no one has ever used before. How you write benchmarks that work on that processor? Truth is, you don't. Most people wrote, or anyone doing a benchmark on that probably got it wrong. Oh, come on! I did that just right. So, yeah, for one, I knew I probably wasn't going to get my SIM card into the Pixel 6 Pro right away, so I wasn't as worried about the modem. Plus, Google has a long-standing history, honestly, of modem issues at launch. So, for there to be problems during the review period, that didn't really strike me as odd. And there weren't that many people complaining about the modem. I know that that's become a thing, especially you've noticed, but I still have not seen that many people complaining about it. Oh, that's very possibly true. Actually, that would make plenty of sense given Google's tendency to not be that concerned with their hardware products outside of the US. It usually goes that way. So, the other thing, yeah, as far as the fingerprint reader goes, I have assumed since day one that that was a real issue. Wow, I flew through that last bit of the wall. Oh my god, wow. I thought you had that. So, with the fingerprint reader, I knew that that was going to be a problem because they were using an optical. Everyone, like, no matter what, that fingerprint reader was never going to be the best. It was never going to compete with Samsung's or anyone else's that was Sonic, hypersonic, whatever. Ultrasonic, yeah. I still have mine on 12, and it still isn't bothering me. I mean, the fingerprint reader's slow, that's it. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the complaints I hear are... Well, how am I hitting that fan? What is knocking me out? Yeah, but it twice, literally 2 times in a row, it screws me? That doesn't track. Like, literally first jumps, I didn't get to bounce at all. Something's broken. It wasn't imbalanced in the first place. That was already... Yeah, I don't buy that. That's not an imbalanced thing. It's not like people were abusing it. It just made it so people had something to do other than just try to get hit by the rhinos. Anyway, so, yeah, I don't know if this really answers what you were trying to get at, but I didn't see anything wrong with the Pixel 6 reviews. Not that I really read any of them. I wasn't looking at most of them because, one, I knew every review coming out was going to say, build quality is fine, it's not Samsung level, but it's good. Every review was going to say every review that included a benchmark was going to say, oh my god, the processor does bad benchmarks because every benchmark app that we have doesn't do well on this processor because it's a brand new processor with things in it that... Yeah, that's good, because benchmarks on phones are basically pointless anyway. The way to tell if a phone has good performance, literally pick it up, use it for 15 minutes on, well, after it's had a little time to install software. Use it for 15 minutes on the home screen and Google Feed and maybe like 2 other social media apps. If you get a bunch of frame drops, well, there you go. It's, yeah, the fake screen thing. Nah, a lot of us are getting. Oh my god, there's a guy who's running against a wall that obviously wasn't gonna... He must have known he wasn't going to qualify, so he just decided to try more doors. Yeah. Anyway. So, let's see. What else about the Pixel 6 or benchmarks? I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't... Again, I look to reviews to find the problems. I don't look to reviews to find what people like about something, because 9 times out of 10, and I admit, I do this too. I will find something I like on a product when I'm reviewing it sometimes, and I think, oh, it's pretty novel that they did a thing. And if I focus too much on saying that I like that, there's always someone who pops up in comments and says, oh my god, they're like the 50th to have done this. Which is usually not true. 9 times out of 10, it's like they're the 3rd to have done the thing. But there's a lot of... Why would they do that? But yeah, like... so for kind of a counterexample to this, but the OnePlus Buds Pro, they were fine. You know, I liked them. That no particular issues with them, but when I did the review for the OnePlus Buds Pro, there were multiple comments like, "Oh my God, how dare you not talk about the lack of Google Quick Pair or Fast Pair, whatever it's called." And here's the thing. I looked into it. I wouldn't say that yet. You're in the part where a lot of people get stuck. You got it. It was close. Yeah, it was real close, but yeah, people always get stuck right where you were. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't trust non-analytic sites. Well, wait, I like the Verge's reviews sometimes. I think Verge is very hit and miss, but... okay. I don't know. Starlink is... A lot of people have given really bad reviews to Starlink, and rightfully so. What? Oh yeah, no, those don't break. I don't know. I was just focused on not getting hit any more than I was already getting hit. You got knocked out, right? Okay. So I don't... Starlink has problems. I'm not going to defend it by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good that it exists for the people who need it, and it, like, you know, it has its perks, but it's not something that a lot of people, I think, are going to need. You know, it... I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I hate being first to receive. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to be very good at this. It looks like I'm kind of pro... Oh, damn. I screwed that up. Yeah, I know. I feel bad almost that I'm just beating this guy this hard. Yeah, I could stop right now. Just straight up stop playing. Oh, let me get up. And... Ha! Saved it! Yeah, I could just stop playing. It wouldn't even matter. Oh yeah, I guess there are overtime matches. Yep, it happens. So yeah, we should be down to 5, yeah. So when it comes right down to it, I look at stuff like Starlink and Oh, wait. That was an old thought. Oh, speaking of 5G, or kind of stealing that as a topic. So I've said it before. Where I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not gonna get 5G anyway. Honestly, I don't think ever. And like I don't think even a cynical take on it. I don't think I'm ever gonna get 5G out here, and that's fine. Whoa. Yeah. Well, it gets really hard when we wrap around the tube and there's a bunch of missing spots. Oh, couple of people. Oh, I couldn't get. I was stuck. Like it wouldn't let me run to the next thing. That was weird. And that's why I started jumping, is because I couldn't move from hex to hex anymore. I love when this game acts bugged. Anyway. Huh? Okay. I'm just trying to click through this results screen. Well, okay, sorry, the 5G thing I was trying to get to. I took this T-Mobile phone that I'm reviewing. I took this into town because I thought, hey, you know, I need to try this in better connectivity, because T-Mobile gets basically non-existent service out here. Which, I actually originally refused to review this phone because when I found out it was a T-Mobile exclusive, because I was pretty sure it wouldn't be fair to review a T-Mobile phone where there's no T-Mobile service. And I was told, no, it'll be fine. It's no big deal. It's a big deal. But I won't ding the phone for that. It's actually a really good phone for its price. But anyway, $220, I think. $220 or $230. It's one of the two. And I mean, it definitely has its compromises. It for sure has its compromises, but honestly, it's really good for that price. Like, this is 1000%. This is the phone I would. I didn't really look at the end, but that's fine with me. You're saying that before even one person is through. Yeah, I would not write it off that instantly. You say you're not qualifying a lot of the time when you do. Whoa! I just got knocked really high in the air for reasons that don't make sense. What the? I jumped over it. Oh, I mistimed that horribly. Okay. Yeah, so I took this phone out, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, it can't be that bad, right? Turns out it was that bad by a lot. I was in the middle of town. It showed me a full 5G connection, like full 5G connection, and so I tried watching a YouTube video, and it seems like it's doing okay, except the quality is kind of low, and I'm thinking, all right, well, that could just be a fluke or something. It happens. Yeah, that's not what it was. I bumped the quality from 320p to 480p, and it starts buffering. Okay, but here's the thing. I can take out my other phone on AT&T, stream the exact same video at 2K, and it streamed perfect in 2K on AT&T. T-Mobile, I can't even get 480p. That's a problem. You, I think, still have time? Oh, no, you don't. Never mind. I start bouncing to other people, and just as this huge crowd is about to cross the finish line. It happens. So, yeah, you know, T-Mobile, I'm not bagging on the service. I know, like, it's going to be different in every different place, but it's really not confidence inspiring when you try streaming something and it just, you get nothing. Okay, you're asking about plan. I'm a reviewer. They sent me a SIM card. I don't know anything about the plan. I didn't even know what the phone number was before I got it set up. Right. Yeah, that's how everyone did unlimited at first. Well, back then no one had streaming video either, but wow, that was a fast elimination. It knocked out 11 people that quick. That's nuts. Anyway, yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Obviously, everyone has adopted the let's tell the streaming service not to send top quality video, and obviously, yeah, you can, depending on your plan and whatever. Oh, I hate this level. I'm okay at it, but I just don't like it. But it's there's still a point where you can tell you're not getting good data, and it's not the plan that's screwing you, it's definitely the data quality. And yeah, I didn't at that time. I might later, but oh. Oh, damn, that guy's gonna get there first. This could be quite the jump. Ah, I do not have the hops for that. Yeah, that's too high up there for that jump. Yeah. No, I moved it. I'd rather make them do stupid. That was a dive. Oh, and we got another. Sorry, boys. Hate to ruin it for you. Oh, you're gonna get there first. Boo. Oh, I wish I'd seen the gold. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna waste time on that if I keep trying. Oh, damn you, dude. Yeah, screw it. Oh, wait, that's probably too high. Damn, that one guy got in my way again. I hate that dude. Okay, I'll use up for me. Still gonna jump through it, even if it's worth nothing. That would have been too far of a jump. I usually won't push anything to get there, but in that one instance, it looked like it was worth it. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I wasn't going to qualify anyway. Yeah. Anyway, you were starting to say something before we went off on the 5G. Okay, you're asking Xbox or DualSense controller for PC. I don't know. I have the DualShock controller already, so I'm probably going to use that at least first. If I get something later, I'll get something later, but I don't care. Like, I have something now, and I know it works with Fall Guys. I've played Fall Guys on PC with it before. But that's a problem. That, you know, this is the same thing I said about mouse, keyboard, other things. They're accessories. I will get them as I need them, but those are decisions I don't make ahead of time. Like, I try to use what I have. If it doesn't work or I'm not happy with it, then I'll switch to something else. I'm pretty flexible when it comes to stuff like that. That's how I played for years, and I still prefer it. Just, you know, I've kind of out of necessity been playing with controller, but keyboard and mouse is a million times better. I don't think anyone has trouble switching back. I feel like everyone has trouble switching to. If you never played keyboard and mouse, I could see having trouble with it. I feel like I don't believe them. Which might sound like a weird thing to say, but somehow I kind of just don't believe that they're... Oh! You can tip off of those things. But yeah, I kind of don't believe that people are actually having that much trouble if they were using keyboard and mouse before. Huh? Writing. Well, actually, that's not entirely accurate. I'm one of those people that I'm pretty sure I was ambidextrous. Or, sorry, well, okay, I think I'm actually supposed to be a lefty. Oh my god, I could not get through the crowd of people on that class. This gets into a long explanation that I don't really need to get into right now, but, Wow, I barely got through that. But growing up, I was definitely taught to be a righty. Like, you know, it was one of those. Okay, people. It was in the 1800s when it was not socially acceptable to be a lefty. Like, this is something that. Okay, I kind of don't buy that was really a thing. It wasn't around here. It's just every school only knew how to teach you to be a right-handed writer. It wasn't socially unacceptable. It was just, oh, you're okay. Well, you know, just try using your right hand and stuff like that. So you know, there was no stigmas about it. No one was a witch because they wrote left-handed. At least not anymore. But yeah, anyway, I didn't have any trouble with that kind of a thing, but I'm pretty sure that I should have been writing with my left hand, and I was taught to write with my right hand. So there are things that I do offhanded that everyone, or that a normal right-handed person would not do. But there's a lot of stuff that I am doing that is definitely still the typical, like, right-handed or left-handed stuff that's either a match or a mismatch. I am... So the thing that really kind of confirmed this to me was when I was gonna go snowboarding with some friends. When you're first going to get a snowboard, the thing that they have you do is, or they ask you the question, like, if you're wearing socks and you're gonna go sliding across the floor, which is your lead foot? And my answer, kind of out of necessity, is, I don't know. Which way do I want to be facing when I'm done on the slide? And seriously, they looked at me like, well, no, that's not how it works. And I'm kind of looking at them like, no, that's how it works. What's wrong? God, seriously, another tail tag? No. And so they asked me to demonstrate. And it's like, yeah, okay. So I took off my shoes, I go sliding across the floor with my right leg leading, and then I slide back across the floor with my left leg leading, and they're like, okay, no, you are one of those rare people. And so they set me up with what they call goofy footed, which is basically no lead foot. That's pretty much what it amounts to. Yeah, which is no better. So yeah, I got set up goofy footed, and how did he grab mid-air? He was diving and he grabbed mid-air and somehow took the tail. I like that bonehead skin, actually. That's kind of neat. Yeah, so my handwriting is absolutely crap. Wait, that same skin. That's the person who's... That looks like the exact same person that screwed me in a previous match. Oh, no one uniquely has a skin. At least we're not in NFT territory. I literally grabbed that guy when he came down right there in front of me. This is what I don't like about Tail. tag is the grab mechanic doesn't work right in this game. So even if you grab perfectly, you might not get something. And then other times, it seems like it just hands a tail to somebody who shouldn't actually be able to get you. Which I have a feeling it comes down to, like, ping times, lag, whatever. Anyway. So... I don't know. I don't even know where their servers are. Not a clue. Well, as far as being left or right-handed, I've just kind of accepted the fact that I'm probably supposed to be left-handed, or maybe I'm just ambidextrous. But I do certain stuff with my right hand just automatically. Like, it's been trained into me. And then when I started Flair bartending, they actually recommend that you train yourself to do everything left-handed and right-handed. And funny enough, there are some moves that I can only do left-handed, some moves I can only do right-handed. Well, I wasn't technically a Flair bartender in the sense of, like, I didn't... there was no... I've never worked at a Flair bar. I just did Flair at the bars that I worked. So the place I started, it was a Chinese restaurant on one side. They had a lounge, which is where I started. And then they also had an attached nightclub. And so no, this is in the area I grew up in. And the attached nightclub, like, I started working the lounge side in the off nights, and it was basically just restaurant work. And then several months in, I kind of got co-opted into working the nightclub as a bar back. And then sorry, kind of focusing on so yeah, working as a bar back. Then a few months later, I got a kind of nightclub shift, but it was still working the lounge bar, if that makes sense. They kept the lounge open during nightclub hours, basically just so they had a second bar running. Okay. We're just gonna not be... There we go. I don't like getting up that, oh, barely missed. Yeah, I don't think I'm qualifying. No, I'm gonna get... Yep. I was gonna say, there's definitely someone who's gotta be ahead by now. I got screwed a little too much on the early parts of that level. But, yeah, then I slowly started working more and more, like, nightclub shit. Well, I took over Thursday nights on the lounge bar, and then I occasionally get nightclub shifts, and worked up from there. So, I worked restaurant and nightclub simultaneously. And yeah, like, Flair work, like I said, I never worked any place like explicitly doing Flair, but I started learning more and more how to do that as time went by. And it was a nice thing to do for show, but obviously it wasn't like... we did not have a setup that was conducive to doing Flair. So... Okay, well, that's kind of a given. Oh, damn it. For what it's worth, I grew up. I grew up around a lot of people that had very pronounced egos about being parents. I right now I have about 10 or 15 faces flashing in front of my eyes. Just people who kind of seem to think that they knew everything because they were parents. And, you know, as they're dragging around like toddlers. And so, you know, they had the whole "you can't tell me anything because I'm, you know, I have a kid, therefore I know everything" kind of attitudes. I knew a lot of those. Damn it, that person just pushed me off and fell off in their own in the process, but so you're kind of going on about the whole letting kids push around their, or parents letting their kids push them around. This has always been a thing. I know it. People have made it a lot about newer generations, but I mean, it's always been a thing. I can think back to when I was a kid. I remember there were kids that had parents that just never pushed back. It's always been a thing. Like, maybe it got a little trendier, but I don't. No, I think people just I think it's just we now have video cameras that are pointed at people who are doing this. That's honestly, I think that's the only thing that changed. We now have proof that it's happening instead of just talking about it. Like, yeah, I hate this level now. Again, you're picking on generations when honestly I don't think this has anything to do with the generation or age in this instance. Because let's be honest, you can point to 20-somethings that they suddenly find themselves hating phones the moment they get caught doing something they're not supposed to. Everyone learns to hate. Well, a lot of Gen Z or any, I don't like pinning this down to an individual generation. I don't think there's even a point to that because it's true no matter what age you are. But the only difference is if you're a bit younger, you have a little bit more awareness that this is going to happen, like a natural awareness. But that doesn't stop you from doing the bad thing in the first place. In fact, I think a lot of people just assume that if they get caught on camera doing something that they're not supposed to, that they're a little more aware of the fact that the cancellation is not going to last that long. I was doing really good before that jackass got in my way. No, it's not about the rollers, it's that somebody got in my way as I was just about to run on the ice, and so I had no momentum. I was moving faster right when it first started. I knew that was going to happen. And again. Okay, I am definitely not qualifying like I normally should be. Come on, let me quit. Yeah, no, that is hands down the thing I like least about this game is the load time on levels and just being able to, like, when you can quit. Okay, it's basically anything that is not playtime. If it takes you, like, once you've lost and you can't quit immediately, or quit at any point after you've lost, that's a problem. The amount of time that you spend in your results screen is, I mean, it's okay-ish, but it needs to be better. And then the load time on levels is just, come on, like, that's a problem. Everyone has to be able to admit that. It's not about the SSD. I mean, you sit there with how long of a carousel. You sit there with, obviously, yes, the load time on the level. You sit there with the flyover of the level. Like, it's all that time not spent playing. It's kind of the, it's kind of like the theme park wait in line thing. Like, nobody wants to go to a theme park to spend literally 90% of their time. I bet it's higher than that, but if you go to a theme park and spend 90% of your time waiting in a line, that 90% is time you're probably not having fun. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that right now on stream. But yeah, there's stuff they need to fix in this. Okay, we got a pear, we got a banana. There's 2 bananas. Okay, 1 pear, 2 bananas. Which is a funny thing to say. Let's see. So 2 are going for the banana. Okay. 2 red. Looks like 3 bananas, 4 bananas. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so 1, 4, 2. Yeah, a few people got lost on that one. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so 3 red, 2, 3 pear, 4 pear. Okay. 3 red, 4 pears, and some number of grapes. Only 1 gets knocked out on that one. Yeah, so... Anyway... What else was there? What else were we babbling about? Oh, on a Sunday night, I'm sure that's gonna be some real upbeat stuff. Okay, chasing hoops again. Oh, I'm not gonna get to that hoop before somebody else, but I might get to that one. Well, he certainly should. What opinion is there to have? I mean, classified documents, you know, you gotta stop assuming things about me based on where I live. Yeah, the people the trolls that are super active on Nextdoor. That's the name of it. The trolls on Nextdoor are extremely hyper Trump. Like some of them violently so. And they go so far as to threaten other people. And about a good chunk of them have finally been banned, though plenty of them are definitely still not. At least one of them. Oh no, I'm not violent. I've not been banned. I'm not. Well, Nextdoor doesn't really have moderators. They have. No, I didn't say that. I have. Well, I have some sort of elevated privileges. I don't know exactly how this relates to anything, but I can vote to have posts removed. And that's all it is. It's a vote to remove posts. It's not like full moderator control over stuff getting removed. So I have more privilege than most of the people on there, but I don't know where that stands. And no, as far as I can tell, nobody has moderator privileges on Nextdoor, except obviously like Site, the people who work for the company. Well, nobody should. Like, I support the idea that we probably shouldn't have one person living in a neighborhood who can say that they, damn it, I timed that badly. I thought that lower bar was going a little slower than it was. So yeah, no, I'm not a moderator, but I have whatever privileges they are. But anyway, yeah, as far as Trump goes, I think it's to me, it's a no-brainer. The guy broke lots of laws. At this stage, I think they're probably in the process of moving towards handing down charges. Honestly, I was kind of expecting that to maybe be coming in the next week or two. As well, it almost doesn't matter when it happens. The trial is probably going to be ongoing through the election. If they do it anytime, even if they do it like tomorrow, if they send in agents, they throw shackles on them tomorrow, the trial is probably still going to be going in November, because I don't think they're going to fly through this. This is going to be a long, drawn out process. Okay, well, hold on. Now, I do agree on that, but okay, so that is unfortunately the 2 years out problem. What the hell? If you're watching on stream, you'll see this. Game starts, all of a sudden everything lurches forward, and I am now practically the back of the pack. I hate that. What? I have no idea what this is about. Is it... Oh, God. Come on. What? How do you get across this? Yeah, that's... No, I know how to get over the fan, but that roller hit me every time I tried to cross. Well, it's an optional thing that comes in, but I don't understand how you get through that. I'm assuming there's some sort of timing thing where maybe you need to be above it, but it's still, I don't know how you avoid that. And I managed to survive one hit, and I just couldn't get past it before it came back and knocked me out again. Anyway, so yeah, Trump's got to go to prison for that. That seems like a no-brainer. For the 2 years out problem of DeSantis, I just, there's only one way that you can prevent that if you want to use this politically, and that is to have the DOJ wait another year and a half. That's how long it's going to be. You have to have him wait a year and a half to press charges on a guy who was at least in possession of, and let's be honest, the evidence is there to support he's probably been selling stuff or distributing it in some way. We can't do that. So, DeSantis is not a factor in this as far as I'm concerned. Like, you need to enforce the law now and just deal with Trump. Deal with DeSantis later. You can wait, but then are you really enforcing the law? No. So, unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Counterpoint, obviously, if you wanted to, if you really wanted an easy win, honestly, like, there's nothing easier than, whoa, how did that guy get ahead of me? I should be ahead of these people. How are you gonna do that? Write for me the language, a legal script, how you're going to ban that stuff. No, you can't. You literally can't. There's no language saying that you can't have beliefs. In fact, actually, we have... That is a... Yes, we do. We have... It. How do you write words that... Okay, you do know what I mean by legal language. What words? How do you write? Get me a lawyer who's going to say that believing in something is illegal. Or small versions of whatever thing are illegal. How do you write that? How do you put that on paper? That's the... Yeah, I think I don't see how that works, especially how you're going to prosecute it. By the way, hey Carson, how's it going, man? How's your weekend? And if you want to join, feel free to hop into chat or send me an invite or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't think you're going to ever successfully without the whole like turning it into the thought police situation. I don't see any way you're going to successfully ban fascist police or people who have uh, whatever political opinion you don't like. And that's kind of the problem with it, is banning a political opinion you don't like is never going to go well. Well, strictly speaking, you kind of can't pass any law that you want, because at a certain point... Yes, and they figured out ways to write words on paper that accomplished this. Not rightfully, but... No, okay. Let me try framing this a different, or phrasing it a different way, so it's a little more clear what I'm trying to say. See, when any crooked politician tries to ban someone from voting, they're not saying you're black, you can't vote. What they're saying is, right, now, okay, let me finish. What they're doing is saying, oh, you live in this neighborhood, you live in this area. Well, we're going to take away your access to voting booths. We're going to require that people who, statistically speaking, just happen to not have government IDs. We're going to take that away from them because they are statistically a high percentage of some group. They pick specific things that they can use to that is basically saying, hey, we can associate this to this group, this thing to this group. We're going to ban that. That's what they put on paper. That's how they're banning it, or disrupting their ability to vote. They didn't write down on paper that, oh, we can identify that your family happens to be black, therefore you cannot vote. They're not saying this. It doesn't matter what the intention is. I mean, it obviously matters what the intention is, but you have to sit down and what you're saying is, write a law that says if the intention is to do a thing, then you're going to be labeled a fascist and we're going to throw you in prison. But how do you identify that they did a thing with that intention? Can you prove it? But you can't prove it. You can't sit down and write language to a bill saying it's illegal for you to do such and such thing and actually be able to prosecute this. It's kind of like what was that? Gerrymandering. They've tried this. I mean, they've literally tried this exact thing. They said you cannot gerrymander with the intent of using race as your thing. Screw it. I'm just gonna have to go down this way. And that sounds like a really good thing, obviously. But they never, or they almost never actually succeed in blocking gerrymandered stuff based on race. They've tried, and a lot of those end up going through anyway. Damn it, people, get out of the way. Like, do you not understand how this game works? I mean, believe me, I get the intention. I'd love to see some of the crappy people lose their abilities to ruin the country, but I'm not sure that we're gonna have that easy of a time of it. Oh my god. I was the last to qualify. I barely stole it from that other person. Carson never replied. I'm not sure if he's still with us. So yeah, I get what you're saying. There are definitely some evil people who are trying to take control of the country. And honestly, I don't think they're even remotely interested in stopping with the country. I truly think they'd be happy to invade the rest of the world, or at least set it up for their troglodyte kids to do it. But yeah, I don't see much of a. What do you mean, add a second ring? Oh, whoa! Did you see my arms stretch weirdly? No, damn it. I'm trying to get to that. Yeah, it's worth 5 points. There we go. Or is it 5 points? Maybe it's not 5 points. I thought it was. Oh, wait. Yeah, it would have been 5. Because I cleared with 16, I started that run with 8. I hit a gold and a silver, so yeah, I should have. That should be right. Or sorry, I hit a bronze and a silver, so that should have given me the 3 points plus the 5 at the end. I have no idea. I've never had that big of an issue with keyboards. It's funny, over the years, like, I've used mechanical keyboards, not like the high-end, crazy, you know, $200 and $300 mechanical keyboards, but I've used mechanical keyboards over the years. They're fine. Yeah, buddy. You're not going to get to keep that penguin. Oh, and you gave it away to somebody. I'm not trying for that one. There's definitely another penguin waiting for me to catch it. I'm almost there. did not have long before I got before someone else would have cleared. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I would necessarily go with. See, that's the point. I don't have preferences on mechanical keyboard switches. It's sort of like asking someone who rode a bike when they were a kid, hey, what is your favorite like pro cycle bike? What's your favorite racing bike? I don't know. Why would I know that? Yeah, I just have no frame of reference for any of it. Not even close. Damn it. Yeah, people are crowding in really, really hard right there. Ooh, oh, damn it. I accidentally jumped. Or dove. Really? Okay. I think I'm not qualifying. Damn it. Everyone else actually collaborated to get through earlier, and I didn't notice it. Or rather, I figured it out after it was already too late. I'm doing really bad tonight. Yeah, I was doing that earlier too. Well, a day or two ago. When I first figured out, like, I tried to get into town on Friday to do stuff for that phone review. And like I mentioned before, obviously I didn't have time to really make that happen. And then so it all fell over to Saturday. Anyway, when I realized, or I was talking to somebody, and when I realized, oh yeah, this just happens to be Labor Day weekend, my immediate reaction was, oh damn it, no, I don't want to go into town when it's Labor Day weekend. It's gonna be a mess. Which fortunately it wasn't. It didn't actually. I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen. I happen to live in an area where, if you look back in history, like Memorial and Labor Day weekends, everybody would take off. Like this area just becomes a ghost town on those 2 days, or those 2 weekends. And people usually go over to the coast, or they go camping somewhere, or they travel wherever because it's just a 3-day weekend. And then every time the gas prices would go up a lot, which has happened a few times here, all of a sudden you'd see people stay. Just for whatever reason, suddenly it's like, nope, we're all staying in. And I've also seen this happen as a result of law changes in certain places. Like, it used to be really, really popular to go to the coast and go play on the dunes. Well, they changed a bunch of laws one year so that people could basically not take vehicles on the dunes at all, any kind of vehicle. And the moment that happened, suddenly tons of people were like, nope, we're done. We're not going there. That happened to actually ruin a date I was on. In a roundabout way. I was, yeah, and I believe that. That's exactly what'll kind of motivate people. If gas prices fall, people want to travel. Even though that's still high, but Right. Yeah, I'm inland enough that it's not a trendy place to go, and I'm not far enough inland that pe- people don't have the choice to go to the coast. So, um, yeah, I avoid the fair. Well, it's not about where I am. I got I got sick of that scene. Kind of, yeah. Like, I liked it as a kid for a while, I guess. I Yeah, so okay, so when I was a kid, like young kid, I liked it because, there were a few things to do there. I wasn't really big on the rides because frankly, fair rides are terrible. Um Oh yeah, I don't have any problem with that. Um when I like I'm one of those people. Put me on if I go to Disney or Universal, I'm rushing to get to the rides. I love the rides, but I like good rides. And fair rides are never good. It's just a thing. How fast can we spin you? Okay, that's neat for 8 seconds. Yeah, I do great on rides. I don't have any problem with that. It's just it wasn't an option when I was growing up because, well, they had them, but they sucked. Okay. Um. Oh. Oh my. This level is that sucks. Yeah, look at all those breakaway. That's brutal. And yes, I'm absolutely trying to break these away because I want to force as many people as. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that was just bad luck. Um, though I'm having a lot of bad luck now. I've got a bit of a different guess. I'm thinking it very much actually has to do with this weekend. Um, because the people who don't have anywhere to go, like they don't have family that they're going to go meet up with, or, uh, um, I'm trying to find a polite way to say like they have no lives, but people who play all the time, I think, are getting batched together more heavily. Because I've noticed fewer people playing stupidly. There's still definitely people playing stupid and badly, but it seems like fewer. Uh, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, I thought this weekend was going to be terrible. It wasn't, at least while I was out. So I'm not complaining too much, but I had a lot of doubts. And I avoid these weekends so much, because So, I know you don't hang out in bars or anything, but like when these weekends come along, it's like New Year's Eve or Halloween or any of those. I avoid those like the plague because I don't want to go out and be stuck around a bunch of amateurs that don't know how to hang out. They act terribly. They just ruin it. They pack in too tight. It's not fun. Yeah, living in a tourist town or tourist-like town, I could easily see that being a problem. I mean, I lived in Vegas, like, similar issue, though Vegas was not a problem, because it's big enough to have that infrastructure. Trapeze is not on your side. Doesn't matter. Easy clean. Yeah. That was one thing that was great about Vegas, though. You can kinda, if you want to feel like a tourist, you can. And you don't have to travel far for it. If you just wanted to avoid the tourists, you just have to not drive down like 12 blocks of 2 streets. The whole rest of the city really does not feel any different than a normal city. I mean, there are still these mega-sized casinos dotted around the whole city, but, who cares? They're easy to ignore. Oh, you guys just started getting them? Oh, but you still have to travel for them, right? Like, you don't have them in near your major cities. You still have to go to... are they... Okay. Out of curiosity, is it limited to Native American land, or is this just anywhere? Okay, because that's always been the classic thing is... Oh, come on. Oh, jumping does help on this one. Interesting. Well, if we don't get hit. Oh, no, come on. Tripping over some dumbass's head. Really? I take a log to the head just as I was about to cross. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so here in Oregon, I know it's been on the ballot. I don't know if it's actually passed. For many years, we only had casinos on Native American land. I believe I know it's been put on the ballot several times to remove that restriction. And it's always, every time they put it on the ballot, it's like, it doesn't remove the restriction really. It just basically says, hey, we want to make an exception right here. So they put like one county or one specific location because somebody... Well, I suppose that depends on how you define there being a problem. Many people... Oh my god. Okay. Not even a little. In our case, it's because investors wanted to... they recognize that casinos make tons of money, and they're trying to buy their way into being able to open a casino. I mean, yeah, obviously they're offering things to the state and to the whatever city or locality, I'll say. They're obviously trying to offer a big chunk of that money to them to make that happen. But yeah, ultimately it's still just they're just trying to make money. Wait, why did I... There's no way someone went through that hoop and turned it white or whatever. How is it... I went through so many hoops that turned white. No! I don't get that. Like, how did that happen? Yeah, case in point. Oop. Oh, that was a bad jump. Oh, I misjudged. I'm trying to race for points now, and it's not a good idea. Yeah, I couldn't get... I messed up on a couple of those, and that's my fault, but... I would have had points on some of those hoops. There's no question, early on, I did not get the points for hoops that I definitely was the first to get through. But yeah, we definitely have the there's just no easier way to put it than this, but yeah, we just have the whole thing where in our area the only gambling is done with on Native American land, and or only legal casinos, and oh, sorry, lottery's the exception. Yes, we do have state lottery, but I mean, come on. State lottery's always terrible. Honestly, I don't know why people do it. Yeah, we have the typical scratchers, we have the lotto picks, we have the like video poker machines, and actually I guess there is Keno in this area, or in this state. I honestly don't understand. Well, I don't understand any of them. I don't. Well, I don't understand why people play, is kind of the issue. It's not fun. I mean, if you win some money, the winning of money is kind of fun, but like the games themselves are not fun. I don't understand the appeal. Ooh. That jump was timed. And I'm first across. Yeah, I'm always either first or last. It depends on the luck. Well, you haven't put in a ton of time on it, right? Like, you mostly... Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. This person ran from the bar that long only to end up jumping over it. And... Oh, they're down. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. And I'm not saying you need to spend like a ton of time practicing or anything, but yeah, just getting good at the mechanics of this game makes such a big difference to how easy it is to clear a lot of the levels. That and just the general, like, learning the levels. Some of these levels you just have to kind of play them enough to know them. But they usually don't change them that much. Like, they add one thing, or they have a few sort of interchangeable things. If you learn the level in general, you mostly are okay. It's just, this guy is playing this so wrong. And down you go. I almost want to watch that guy struggle for another hour. But yeah, it's like anything. It's you know, I think of all the first-person shooter games. Honestly, like, you have to memorize their levels through and through. You need to know exactly where every spawn point is. You need to know exactly where all the good hiding places and sniper spots are. You need to memorize those levels in order to play them well. And it's a lot of levels. Fall Guys, it's no different. It's just honestly smaller levels. And it's usually a race as opposed to yeah. And that's the thing that you've had time to practice and get better with. And honestly, those take a lot longer to learn. I don't have that time. Plus, also, I dare say, people can become way more expert on first-person shooters than they can on this. Someone got knocked out from that? Did their controller die? Damn it. No, that guy grabbed hold of me and wouldn't let me go. And I couldn't get out. Yes. At least I thought so. See, that's what pisses me off, because I was holding the grab button because that's how you're supposed to escape being grabbed. You hold the grab button and it just wouldn't let me go. This is what I mean by their grab mechanic is so broken in this game. It sucks. So yeah, I do get the feeling of, hey, it'd be kind of nice to delete this game when they can't fix their most broken mechanic. But it is what it is. Okay, this will probably be last run. Yeah, almost 8 here. It depends. Yeah. In this instance, it's kind of the combination of it's time to eat combined with this room is hot. Well, I'm gonna eat a salad for now. Later tonight, I'm probably gonna make some green curry, Thai green curry. Yeah, I just started with this recipe. I need to tinker with it more because it's missing something. Well, I'm missing some ingredients that would normally be part of the ingredients, and I have a somewhat unique problem where I have to make everything in a microwave. So, like, believe me, this would be so much easier if I could just make it in a pot on an oven or on a stove. Like that would be. It's a long story, but no, there's no gas hooked up here, and I don't have an electric stove. Huh? Oh, electric. Standalone electric heaters. Yeah, like plug them into a wall to heat. Technically there is also fireplace, but it doesn't get used very often anymore. Yeah, I miss having natural gas. In Vegas was great. And here, technically, I had it for a while. Though I don't think it was natural gas, it was something else, but some kind of oil. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I was too young. Anyway, but yeah, natural or there's a whole long reason why the stove doesn't have it right now, and I'm not on like a city connection for gas. It was just a tank that was set up next to the house, which, yeah, meant that someone had to come deliver, and that's well, it was in terms of like heat using gas versus using electric. The electric has turned out to generally be cheaper. It's maybe not as convenient for time. How do I what? A water heater. It's an electric water heater. This is not that unusual. Well, there's no gas now, so technically no, I don't. That's the thing, like everything that used any sort of oil or gas, it's all basically been disconnected because it all had to be delivered to a tank, and it was just more expensive than using electric, and two, most of it in one way or another has broken down over the years. So there is technically a heater in the house that is based on oil of some kind, and that effectively broke, like it stopped being usable. The stove, I'm not sure, but I think the gas line to the stove may have been damaged or something. I don't know specifics. Anyway, something happened to it, so that's no longer a thing. So yeah, it's basically just ornamentation now. Yeah, another person grabbing. This is what I'm saying. I feel like there's a lot of more experienced players who are all packing in heavy tonight. Now, to be clear, this isn't a like, the gas was not shut off, it's just none's being delivered because the things that would use it are not hooked up. Yeah, and that does suck. I've been grabbed so many times on this level already. I'm not sure if it really shows through in the stream, but yeah, there are a lot of people grabbing, more than usual, by a lot. Oop. Yeah, I'm not really sure you need to. Like I said, this will be last run, and I'm probably... Okay, well, currently I think I'm safe to get through this. Yep, I'm clear on this level. Okay. Are you getting a lot more than usual scam emails? Yeah, no, I've had a big problem with it. I've also noticed, well, I don't use the, those tabs. I've also been getting, and I think that this might be connected to something else, but I've also had a few sites that I don't recognize recently saying welcome to such and such site. And the thing is, I think in a few of these cases, because they're in categories that make sense, I think sure, but yeah, the ones I'm, or the new sites that I'm getting I guess memberships to or whatever, I feel like they're... Oh man, I walked away from a poop, I think. Come on, is one gonna come down here? Like, this is a spot. Please. Yes, dude. Stay away from my... Oh, hey. Oh my god, no. Yeah, it's this. I grabbed him at the last second. I don't mind playing dirty sometimes. Aha, I got through that one. Though I don't think I'm going to possibly qualify unless I get lucky with a gold boot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call it done. Because no crowns this week. Not that I necessarily expect them, but it feels like I didn't even get close on very many. But yeah, I feel like... Oh, really quick, yeah. You mentioned letting political ads through. I can't think of anything that I found more offensive than the fact that they decided that was going to become a thing. Um, yeah, I kind of get that. So I have this. Yeah. Okay. So I can maybe see that. The only problem is, in theory, the changes the Gmail made to enable political advertisers to get to not be sent to spam. Supposedly, that has to come from a pre-qualified domain that has to be attached to some political committee or group or whatever. Um, Now, maybe the way that you get qualified into one of those, that might be the problem. I could easily see that being the problem. Uh, you know, to be fair, those have been around forever and gotten through spam filters forever. But yeah, so I'm a little skeptical that it's intentionally because of the political exemption. I could see there being a bug or some sort of loophole that someone's using. That would be different. Right. Okay. Yeah, they've been going for years though. Uh, anyway, so but the political thing, just to hit on that, it bugs the living daylights out of me that Google decided to allow this at all without putting in a toggle basically to say block all political messages. Like, I was totally okay with the idea that they're basically going to say, sure, if you are a registered political committee or group or this thing or that thing, like they put too many things in to begin with, that you can send campaign emails to people and it won't be marked as spam. I I don't think that should be a thing. I think spam is spam and punish it the way it needs to be punished. But if you're going to set up a program so that you can make all of the, let's be honest, it's mostly the conservatives who are yelling and screaming about censorship and claiming that they were going to spam when other people weren't, which is not true, but whatever. Uh, if you're going to if you're going to pander and kowtow to them, then put it on equal ground for the users too. Like, you can kowtow to them, which in the process you're kowtowing to everyone in the political sphere. Great, fine. I encourage this. Let's create a system for that. But if someone says, "Don't send me marketing for politics," they should not get any. Period. End of discussion. Because I guarantee they're like, I think I talked about this on a Ramblecast. There is a very real problem where there were loopholes. I looked at the stuff that Google said, and it was very plainly obvious there were loopholes to get around their policies and effectively just say, you know what, we can create as many groups as we want, and we can send a spam mail for every single one of them. That is exactly what I guarantee a bunch of politicians are going to do. And also people who are just running for office. They don't have to be in office, they can just be running for office, which means anyone who wants can create bogus messages and spam people. It's not that hard. So, yeah, I think Google screwed up by allowing this without putting in the option for people to just flat out say, we don't want political ads. If it's registered as a political ad, block it. Just outright block it. We don't want campaign emails. It's a simple thing. And I think pretty universally everyone can agree we don't want them. I don't know anyone who's out there yelling and screaming, send me more of Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign ads. No, no one wants this. All right. Well, take it easy. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it right now too. But hey, well, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Good night, everybody.